Hello friends, this is Jayant Ronkar working as Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Tulsiramji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology. Friends, today we are going to learn about the data models of DBMS. In this we will see how the data is to be modeled and how it used by the user. So we will start with the basic regarding the data model, a formal way of representing the data that are used and created by a business system, shows the people, places and the things about which the data is captured and relationship among them. So data model represent the relationship among the people, places, things, means we can say regarding the entity, and it shows the relationship among them. So data is to be logical data model which shows the organization of data without indicating how it is stored, created and manipulated. Then we will learn about entity. So what is entity, what is the use of entity, how it is created in the database management system. So entity is a person, place, things or event for which data is collected and maintained. Must be multiple occurrences to be an entity. For example, employee, sales order and supplier. So these are the entity like employee, sales order and supplier. For these entities we are creating the database. So these are the entity. Anything in the real world can be entity. So we can create the data for any of the things in the real world and we call it as an entity, often identified from the nouns used within the business applications. So the types of entity are: an entity type is a logical grouping of data relevant to the application in questions. An entity instance is an occurrence of entity type. An entity type would be represented in RDBMS as a table. An entity instance would be represented as a single row in the table. So these are the entity type. Entity type should be logical. Entity may be occurrences, may be instance. Entity type would be represented in the DBMS as a table. It should be a table. An entity instance would be represented as a single row in a table. So entity may be anything in the real world. Then what is table and what are the fields of that table, that we will see now. Table or file, a set of related record is grouped into a table. We store data about a specific entity. Tables are shown as two-dimensional structure that consist of vertical columns and representing fields. Vertical columns means columns of the table will represent the fields or the attributes, and horizontal row representing the records. What record are stored for that particular columns are stored in the record or in the rows. So that is called a table, or we can say it is a file. Field, a single characteristics or fact about an entity is called a field. A field or attribute is the smallest piece of data that has meaning within an information system. For example, a social security number or company name would be example of a field. The term data element and field are used interchangeably. Attribute name are nouns. Sometimes entity name is added at the beginning of the attribute name for clarity. So this is all about the attribute and the table. We can use the noun as an attribute, and sometimes we have to add the name of an entity in the attribute name for the clarity of that attribute regarding the entity. So this is all about the entity and attributes. Then what are the common field and what are records, that we will see now. Common field a common field is an attribute that appear in more than one entity. Common field can be used to link entities in various types of relationship, and records are also called a tuple. It is also called a tuple. It is a set of related fields that describe one entity instance or member of an entity, such as one customer, one order, or one product. A record might have one or dozens of fields depending on what information is needed. So record is nothing but a tuple. It is the combination and set of related fields describe an entity or member of an entity, like customers and any of the things like order, product, and any of the things which are included in the table that is to be explained by means of the record. So record might have one or more than one fields, or number of fields should be there in the record. So record is very important thing in the database management system. Then key fields in the database management system. Key fields are used during a system design phase to organize, access, and maintain data structure. The four types of key fields are primary keys, candidate key, foreign keys, and secondary keys. So first we will see what is primary key means. Primary key. A primary key is a field or combination of fields that uniquely and minimally identifies a particular member of an entity. An identifier may be artificial, such as creating an ID number. For example, in a student table, the student number is a unique primary key because no two students can have the same student number. That key also is a minimal because it contains no information beyond what is needed to identify the student. Sometimes it is necessary for a primary key to consist of combination of fields. In that case, the primary key is called a combination of keys, composite key, concatenated key, or multi-valued key. For example, if a student registers for 3 courses, then his or her student number will appear in 3 records, so it's no more valid as a primary key. So in the registration file, neither the student number nor the course ID is unique. To identify a specific student in a specific course, the primary key must be a combination of student number and course ID. No two fields within a primary key can have the same value. So primary key is having the unique value, and on the basis of that unique value, the records or the field will be identified and we can access the record which we required. There will be no confusion will be created while we are accessing the data through the primary key. So this is what the example of the primary key. Here you can see that supplier number is a primary key. Then all the fields are there in which data attributes and data are available, but supplier number is having the unique number to that supplier. There will be no duplicate copy of that supplier number. There will be no two suppliers will have the same supplier number. So supplier will be identified uniquely on the basis of its primary key. Then we will go to the candidate key. The candidate key, sometimes it is possible to have a choice of field or field combinations to use as the primary key. Any field that would serve as a primary key is called a candidate key. For example, if every employee has a unique employee number, then you could use either the employee number or social security number as a primary key. Non-key fields are any field that is not a primary key or a candidate key is called non-key field. Then we will see about the foreign key and the secondary key of the database management system. So what is foreign key? A foreign key is a field in one table that must match a primary key value in another table in order to establish a relationship between two tables. Unlike a primary key, a foreign key need to be unique. A foreign key must either match a primary key or else be null. So foreign key is nothing but the primary key of the another table, primary key value of the another table in order to establish the relationship among the two tables. Means the key which is available in the table mentioned as the foreign key is linked with the table, linked with the another table which is having the primary key. So by using the primary key of the another table, that table can access, that primary key access the table which is having the foreign key. So this is what about the foreign key. Then secondary key is a field or combination of fields that can be used to access or retrieve the records. Secondary key values are not unique. For example, if you need to access the record for only those customers in a specific zip code, you would use zip code field as the secondary key. Secondary key can also be used to sort or display records in a certain order. So secondary key can be used to sort out the record in certain order. Then data design terminology, entity integrity. So here some terminology regarding the data designing of the database management system is given. So entity integrity, first we will see. Entity integrity constraints are rules for primary keys. The primary key cannot have null value. If the primary key is composite key, none of the fields in the key can contain a null value. Then what is referential integrity in the data design terminology of database management system? So referential integrity must validity checks can help avoid input errors. It helps to avoid the input error. One type of validity check called referential integrity is a set of rules that avoid data inconsistency and quality problem. In a relational database, referential integrity means that foreign key value cannot be entered in one table unless it matches to an existing primary key in the another table. So you cannot change a primary key that has matching child table record, a child table that has a foreign key for different record. Referential integrity can also prevent the deletion of record has a primary key that matches the foreign key in another table. So this is what the example of data design terminology. So here in this table, secondary key, foreign key, primary key, combination primary key, secondary key, candidate key, these examples are given here to represent the data design terminology having the use of various keys in this table. So the attributes of the table are nothing but the keys, and it is represented as primary key, secondary key, foreign key, secondary key, candidate key, and combination of primary key, we can say. So this is all about the design terminology, data model, and keys, table, fields of the database management system. Thank you very much.